Hi folks, I've got a Sofirn IF23 to have a look at and show you today. First off though, in the box, charging lead, lanyard, manual, get rid of that, and a removable tail clip which I've already attached. What an unusual looking light, and what's immediately obvious is we've got these two lenses here and your one operation button there. USB-C charging and powered by one 21700 battery. Now both of these lenses are operated from your one button there. It can be a little bit fiddly, but once you kind of get used to it, it's pretty easy and it's pretty intuitive. And it's a one click on, hold the power button and cycle through our modes. You can have seamless ramping if you like. And then wherever we are, so medium for example, double click takes us to turbo, one click takes us back to where we were, one click is off. Ordinarily it's one click on, one click off. It's only the double click if you're in turbo, and I really do like that feature, meaning that whatever power level we're on, double click, turbo, back to where we were, another click is off. In the on position, 3 fast clicks now switches us to our side light, and again the same principle, we can cycle through our modes. 3 clicks again takes us to our colour changing mode. Red's quite handy for your night vision, fishing and whatnot, and a long press there changes our colours to all manner of... The camera's not picking it up very well, that's green. You get the gist. 3 clicks again. And now we've got both on at the same time. And again, cycle through our power. 3 clicks, back to where we were. It won't remember where you were, so if we turn it off and turn it back on, it always takes us back to the main light. So if we were on the, if we were on that particular mode and turn the light off, when we turn it back on, it doesn't come back onto that mode, it comes back onto the main lens. So it's pretty straightforward, isn't it, how it works? And the concept there of having these kind of two different lenses, LEDs if you like, whatever we want to call them, that's really, really handy. And it's probably got one of the strongest magnets on the base as well that I've seen. So a really, really nice utility light as well. You know, stick that on the bonnet of the car or whatever you want. It does have an automatic lockout mode, and you're either going to love or hate that, aren't you? If you don't use it for several minutes, it will lock itself out, in which case it's, there we go, now it's locked out. Do the rapid clicks, unlocks it. Also, if we are in the off mode, and assuming that it hasn't locked itself, or even if it does lock itself, 3 clicks there takes us to the colour changing mode. So there's a little bit there just to kind of get your head around in terms of these, the clicky interface. But as I say, you'll get used to it. Let's have a look at the specifications. Having a look at some of the extra detail concerning the IF23 on Sofirn's webpage. 4000 lumens with a Cree 50.2, powered by 21700 and USB-C charging. Bit of information and sales material there, most of which we've covered. But in terms of its specifications, and of course we've got 2 to look at here, haven't we, in terms of the spotlight and the floodlight. So your actual spotlight is low 100, medium 500, high 1500, and turbo of 4000 strobe SOS and beacon thrown in there as well. Your floodlight 10, 50, 150 and 500, and some information concerning the run times. Okay, let's take him out and have a look and see how it works outside. Hey folks, I'm with the IF23. Let me pop a picture where I am. Excuse me. Starting off on our lowest mode, and as we can see, quite a bit of useful light with quite a pronounced, I'm not going to say spot, splodge kind of profile. Got what one? Medium. It's a big improvement, isn't it? Plenty of peripheral spill on there. And then high. Not getting down into the distance there, are we? But balanced come floody type beam, perhaps, is that the right description? Probably what you'd expect with this LED and an orange peel type lens, and then turbo. And that's pretty impressive, isn't it? I'm not moving the torch, I'm moving the camera around. You can see it's quite a floody type beam, and then of course one click takes us back to where we were. Now let me just shift my camera a little bit closer up here. Okay, and now I've moved over to, let me turn my headlight off. Now I've moved over to my side LED, and as we can see at this kind of close range, we cycle through our modes. So there's our lowest mode. Plenty of usable light. I mean, it's going to be perfect in a tent, isn't it? Something like that. Medium. And you often find with these kind of strip light things that they're usually a bit pathetic, aren't they? To be fair, this isn't. Up one. There's our high mode. I mean, just look how much light that's putting out. Let me just turn my headlight on again. So that's kind of the area in which I'm looking. Cycle through our modes. Again, put my headlight on so you can see. Headlight off. So plenty of light off that. Oh, I meant to go turbo. Look at that. That is just immense, isn't it? Let me shift my camera around so you can get a little bit more distance on to those trees there. Take it back down again and cycle through. That's low, so if you're good at the close range, you can't kind of see anything any distance. Shouldn't have my hands in front of it, in the way. Medium. High. You know, it's really working well, isn't it? Turbo. Fast becoming one of my favourite lights, as you know. I've been using it for a few nights now, and absolutely perfect for camping, isn't it? Things like that. You know, and if you need a little bit of a work light, if you're working outside. Let me wander across here. I'm certainly not short the light. Is that magnetic? Yeah. So you can just kind of stick it on the side of there if I want, or wherever you want. Is that way better perhaps? I don't know. I'll stand back a little touch. So you can kind of see what, you know, the levels of light that are coming off it. A little bit further on now, folks, with the 23. Let me show you where I am. And then cycle through our modes again. Up to high. And then turbo. Plenty of nice light there, isn't there? And down to high. 3 clicks per hour. Side light, cycle through, up to its high. There's a bit more distance on here, but I think it is giving you an idea of how impressive again that side light is. Keep on going on about it, don't I? And then turbo. You can nearly drive your car off that. And let's go back to our main beam again and have a look down the side of this lake. There's a full moon coming up there, you can just about see it, look. When that comes up anymore, it's going to completely ruin my footage, but I think I'm going to hopefully get away with it. I've just lost my train of thought. Where am I? High. Down the side of this lake. Not brilliant on the distance until you hit the turbo, and that's getting a lot better, isn't it? A lot more like it with the turbo. All in all, really pleased with it, particularly the side light. I'm going to use this light a lot, it's definitely a keeper. And I'll catch you later, folks.